Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. It's time for my 6-week pregnancy update. You'll have to ignore my dog. She is running around here and making all kinds of dumb dog noises, aren't you? You just don't know how to be quiet. This is not something you do you, huh? You just always shaking that collar and pitter-patter of feet and shitting in the bathroom, which I just had to clean up. Life of the pet. So today is my 6-week pregnancy update. At the end of week 5, I really kind of started questioning the pregnancy. Like, I know I had like positive pregnancy tests at home. I had the positive pregnancy test that was blood work done. However, like by the end of week 5, I just wasn't feeling pregnant. Like, no nausea, no exhaustion, still no baby bump, which is so early. It's gonna be a while on that, but like I just wasn't having any symptoms at all, which is weird because when I first found out I was pregnant, like I felt like symptoms just like kind of started piling on pretty quickly, and by like the end of week 5, I wasn't feeling pregnant. Granted, I also got really sick last week, and like a horrible chest cold. And I have to wonder if me being so sick with a chest cold, if that didn't like cause me to stop noticing the pregnancy symptoms, because I noticed that as soon as I got over my chest cold, that like I started noticing the symptoms again. So I think maybe that's what was going on, but I was just so sick and I was so exhausted from being so sick that like it would be really hard to notice any pregnancy exhaustion. And it was a mess. I had to get on antibiotics. It was a whole thing. Thankfully, I'm doing much better, and I'm back to feeling pregnant again. Okay, so we are well into October now. Today is October the 10th, but I didn't really have much nausea until about the 30th of September, and it kind of hit me like a ton of bricks. It kind of came out of nowhere. I had been having nausea on and off, but it had been extremely light and mild, and like mildly annoying, like hardly there. And I know I've mentioned it in like the week 5, week 4 and stuff like that, but it was like very hit or miss. It'd come on for like maybe half an hour and then it'd go away and I feel like I was starving. But I have started having nausea that lasts considerably longer. It's still not like a dog again. It's still not like a constant thing, but when it hits, it can last a while. Like a couple of days ago, I made mashed cauliflower. It tasted amazing, but while I was cooking it, the smell just started getting to me, and like after dinner, I had to go lay down because I felt so nauseous. I really thought I was gonna throw up, and I've yet to throw up in this pregnancy. I didn't throw up at all with my last pregnancy, so like fingers crossed I don't throw up with this one. But it was a close call. The smell was just getting to me. And thankfully, the smell of the cauliflower hadn't gotten into my bedroom. And so when I went to lay down in there, and there was like no cauliflower smell, like the nausea really started to subside. But I had to stay in there like the whole rest of the night because the house just smelled like cooked cauliflower and I just could not handle it. It was rough. So I have definitely started getting more morning sickness, but mine comes on more in the evening, which is how it was with my first pregnancy. So far with this pregnancy, like in the morning, other than like exhaustion, in the morning time, like I feel pretty good to go. I'm not really having I'm not having any real morning sickness in the mornings. The nausea doesn't really start coming on me until later in the evening, normally around dinner time, and then it's all just kind of like downhill from there. So, but for the most part during the day, like I'm good to go, and nothing seems out of the ordinary. Okay, something that I've noticed happening that is a little weird, and it's been happening for a few weeks now, but I haven't talked about it, is that I get really cold in my hands and my feet, which is really unusual for me. It's almost like I'm losing circulation to my hands and my feet. Normally I'm like really a warm-blooded person, and I'm always like hot, and with my first pregnancy, I had hot flashes all the time. Sleeping my first trimester with my first pregnancy was so hard because I had so many hot flashes. And I'm like the complete opposite with this pregnancy. I'm cold. Like, it normally starts in my hands and my feet, and I just feel like I'm freezing. And so, I mean, it makes sleeping a lot easier because I just like cuddle up under the blankets real close to my husband and, you know, warm me up. But I don't know what's going on with that. I have my first actual doctor's appointment for this pregnancy on Friday. It's just to meet with the nurse, so it's nothing like overly exciting, no heartbeat to hear or anything like that. But I plan on asking her about that because it seems strange. I've never heard anybody else mention just getting really, really cold during their pregnancy. So my boobs are definitely getting more and more sore. Way TMI, but I have THO, titty hard on, like all the time because I guess it's just because my boobs are so sore. I don't know. But it's like a constant thing. I haven't noticed any growth, granted. I've been wearing sports bras a lot. I haven't really been wearing like any normal push-up or padded bras. So maybe if I tried one of those on, I would notice if I'd gone up a size or not. But I've been wearing bralettes and sports bras and anything that's comfortable. So I haven't really noticed any growth, at least when it comes to those kind of bras. And then exhaustion, as I mentioned earlier, it has been hitting me like a ton of bricks. I've started to notice that if I, you know, push back, like if I sleep in longer, because normally I would get up about 8 o'clock in the morning. And I've noticed that if I push that back to like 8:30, 9:30, then like I'm pretty good for most of the day. But like yesterday, for example, I got up, and this is kind of like a 7-week thing because while I'm recording my 6-week update, this is technically week 7. But something I did notice was that like yesterday I got up at about 8 in the morning. My son, like his bedroom is like right next to my bedroom, and so he can hear my alarm when it goes off in the morning. And he's like, okay, it's time to get up. And so like there's no hitting the snooze button, there's no going back. He hears the alarm, he's up. And yesterday he got up like bright and early, and I was just exhausted the entire day. Well, up until he took a nap, so like pretty much the entire day part. He started going down to nap about 2-ish now. So from 8 until 2, like I was just dragging ass. Like my main goal, purpose for all of yesterday was just to make sure my kid was alive. Like, are you fed? Do you need a diaper? Are you choking? Otherwise, mommy is just gonna sit on the couch and try not to fall asleep so that I can watch you and make sure that you don't stick something in your mouth. That was just kind of like my goal yesterday. Make sure my kid stays alive with as minimal effort as possible on my part. That sounds horrible, but that's how it was. I was just so exhausted. The only place I wanted to be was in bed. And then when he went and took his nap around 2, I hopped in bed also, and it was a glorious nap. And I woke up feeling much better. But today, I shut my alarm off, and him and I both slept until about 9:30, 10 o'clock. And I feel like I've got like a ton of energy this morning. I'm not this morning. It's like, it's pretty much 2 o'clock. My son's sleeping. It's like 1:52. But I just feel like I've got a lot of energy. I've got some things done. I've done some cooking and laundry and all that stuff. And like I just haven't felt like I am as exhausted as I felt yesterday. So I think that's just going to be kind of like what I do. On one hand, I hate pushing back when I wake up because I mean, I love to sleep. And if I don't set an alarm, like I could easily sleep all day long. And when I'm not pregnant, like that's a bad thing. I need to get up, I need to be productive, I need to live my life. But I'm kind of telling myself like, hey, you're pregnant, like, you know, making a baby is exhausting work. And if you want to sleep later, knock yourself out. So on one hand, I kind of hate it because there's less time in my day to get things done. But on the other hand, like when I'm awake, like I'm actually awake and productive versus like a zombie sitting on the couch just making sure my kid doesn't stick something in his mouth. So this is kind of like I'm functioning. So yeah, that is it for my week 6. I will go ahead and stand up and show you guys my belly. There's nothing there to look at yet. But yeah, we'll go ahead and do that and wrap things. Okay, so this is my belly here at 6 weeks. Technically I'm 7 during this video. I should just be conjoining my 6 and 7 week video because I'm gonna film them in the same day. Okay, it's like Wednesday of my 7th week, but there's no changes really. So that's what we're looking like here. No changes as of yet, which I'm fine with. I'm in no hurry to start showing. The longer I can wear my regular clothes, the better. But yeah, this is this is where we're at. Okay, well that is it for my 6-week pregnancy update. I really hope you did enjoy. Maybe you found it useful or helpful. And I want to say thank you to everyone who's finding my channel because of these pregnancy videos. Again, I really hope you are enjoying them, and thank you so much for watching. It means so much to me. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button down below because I'd love to have you here on a regular basis. And I will see you in my next video.